Do I know myself?
Yes.
That's a very tough question.
It is.
My father also thought I was nuts, but I follow my gut. And that's how I make any decisions, which kids are so good at doing. They just, let's do it.
Yes.
I treat my team like I treat my kids. If someone needs me, I'm there. It's like if one of the kids calls me, Mommy, I need you, I'm there. My children are my biggest teachers. Good morning, Yara. Thank you for having me.
Bravo. I'm very excited about this conversation, and I'm happy that you're joining me today for this episode of the podcast. We're going to have this episode in English, although I would have loved to have it in Arabic, not because of the audience. Of course, it's nice to have a bigger audience, but because I find in Arabic, it kind of connects me to different parts of myself. That being said, we're gonna have this episode in fully.
ممكن شوية لو عايز.
يعني I prefer إنه يبقى a full on so نحن نترجم,
Okay.
so we can translate it all fully because it's the audio.
Perfect.
But again, the essence would always be إنه نتكلم بالطريقة اللي احنا حاسين بيها عشان نطلع أصدق كلام.
ماشي السنة الجاية.
Yes, I'll hold you to that. I don't start introducing people because I don't believe in labels. I understand fully the impact of the people that I interview or have these talks with, but the meaning behind it's kind of wanting to know who has self-knowledge, you know. So, do you know yourself? So, who are you, Amina?
Do I know myself?
Yes.
That's a very tough question.
It is.
But if I can relate it to a story, I was recently, or last year, I was on a retreat and they didn't allow us to use our last names and they didn't allow us to explain what we did in life or who we were.
Oh, I love that.
And that made that whole week at that place so special because I wasn't allowed to say, oh, I'm Amina Naguib, or, you know, I was just an energetic being,
Yes.
and experiencing that week with them. So if you ask me now, who am I, which is so nice that you're not labeling me as Amina Naguib, which everyone has
I love that it's not Amina Naguib, it's Amina Naguib.
لا Naguib, ما فيش Naguib, Amina Naguib. I guess I'm just a curious human on this planet, enjoying the journey and looking forward to every single moment as it comes.
I love that. There's always that fire that moves us through life, you know, that desire or drive. What's your drive? What wakes you up in the morning?
So many things. I could go the easy path by saying my children, which are always my drive. But there are so many other things. It's just, it's as simple as the first breath I take in the morning and just being grateful to be alive and present here now. What I usually do in the morning is I look at my day forward, and I just pick out the parts I'm excited about, and I bring them up into the current moment, and be with that. There was one day when the kids came into our room, and me and my husband were sitting, and suddenly we found that we were all complaining. I was like, I have to go to New Giza and teach, and then I have a meeting in Zamalek. My husband was like, oh, I have a board meeting. My other daughter, I have an exam. And then my youngest daughter said, but I have my soccer match. And then we looked at each other and we're like, why don't we bring up the things that we are looking forward to every day? like her soccer match? Why wasn't I thinking of that the first thing in the morning? And from then on, I always remember to bring up that one positive thing. Today it was this, that I could just bring into my life from the start of my morning. And I also bring it up at the end of the day.
Has it always been like this? Like, I mean, has this always been your drive, or did it change?
No, it wasn't my drive. I think it changed a lot. I've always been on a treadmill. So I was running in place, doing so many things. So I was a mother, I was founding a business, leading a team. But in 2020, I had to just slow everything down, and everything changed. I found presence, and
Did you find presence, or did presence find you?
we found each other.
Yeah.
But once I realized that I could get off that treadmill, everything changed, because you always have a choice. You can choose. And I think that's one thing that people don't realize, is that you do have a choice. And I always tell my team, my instructors, that I tell them, you have a choice to just say no, to say I can't today, and nothing is not cancelable. And I tell my clients that too.
Love that.
Everything can be canceled. You don't even have to postpone it. You could just cancel it.
You know, I love that, because recently I was at a dinner, and it was all like, it was a kind of a women empowerment space, and the narrative was you can. And then I just realized at this moment that not everything I can do, I want to do.
Exactly.
And that was like a shift in my mental space. And no, yes, of course I can.
Yeah.
It's fine, you know. But do I want to? Yeah. And is it bringing me joy? And is it helping me be present? Or is it just another thing that I will do and need to like disassociate in the middle of, you know, like need to like just find myself playing on my phone, not to be there.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So it's lovely to know that you can choose, you can cancel.
Yeah.
Just cancel.
You can cancel, and you can choose anything. I always tell the kids that you have.
Do you think it's a privilege?
It is, but it also isn't, because anyone can. You have a choice to go down the right path or the left path. You have a choice to make someone's day better by just doing one small thing, like smiling to them on the street.
I love that.
Or you can just pass them by. You always have the choice. You are the only you in this universe. That's so magic. So you have that choice to use you and your uniqueness to make this world a better place.
I love that. Are you always in that space? Because I mean, this is a very beautiful energy to embody. But I mean, in the everydayness of life, do you jump back on the treadmill? Do you find yourself on the treadmill and then you need to remind yourself that you're like...
Less and less lately. But of course, I do find myself back there, but I'm much quicker to say, wait a minute, stop, reset. And now for me, it comes back to my breath. I've done a lot of breath work. Yeah. So it just takes 30 seconds or less. I just sit down, close my eyes, inhale for 4 seconds, hold my breath for about 4 seconds, and make my exhale a little bit longer than my inhale. And then I come back to stillness, to presence, and then I go on. It's the same with my reaction time. So at first, when someone used to annoy me, or if I was driving and someone cut me off, my first reaction would be to go crazy. Yeah. But now I'll stop, I'll let the children have their tantrum, yeah. And my reaction is very different than it used to be.
Yeah.
But that's something that they taught me too. because I realized that when we both react fast and there's a shooting game happening, that just wasn't helping anyone at all.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take you now to a knowledge space, because I believe that there is every person has a purpose, right? And so it seems your purpose is the body, right? Or a big part of your purpose is the body, or knowledge about the body. And I believe that the body, given the chance and the space and the environment, it heals itself, right? Because as simple as if you have a scar and you just let it be, it will mend, right?
Absolutely.
So the question is, like, can we evolve over that? You know, if the body has the intelligence to heal itself, can it also have the intelligence to surpass that and evolve from, like, your experience and from your acquired knowledge?
Evolution. Yes, absolutely. The body is 100% moldable, changeable, fixable by itself, like you said. You have all the medicine you need inside your body to cure anything. I really, really believe that 100%. I do use medications when I need them, but usually I try not to, and to have my body heal myself.
Yeah.
But it's not always about the body also. It's about the mind, it's about the heart. And I feel like evolution is not always going a step forward, but going a step inward.
I love that.
So maybe it's not about the speed or becoming better, but it's about going in and knowledge, understanding you and who you are, and feeling الإحساس, like what your body is telling you, because usually the body tells us things. Wake up, stiff neck, it's telling you something.
Yeah.
What do? You can pop a Panadol, or you can say, okay, أنا محتاجة أريح. I need to rest a little bit, put a warm water bottle on my neck and rest and not work out today. Recovery is so important as well.
That.
So yeah, evolution could be forward, evolution could be inward. And evolution for me could also be as simple as تخطي خطوة, taking a step without knowing what the outcome could be. Yeah. And that's been a big part of my journey, in that I've always had the guts to take that first step without thinking about what's going to happen next. But I feel like a lot of people get scared or shy away from, they have these big dreams, but all it could have taken was taking that first step. And maybe behind that first step was that person who believed in you and told you you can do it, so we took our step.
Yeah, I love that. But I want to go back to the inward journey.
Okay.
Can you elaborate a little bit more about the inward journey to where? Like, because, I would close my eyes and humor myself and believe in telepathy. Now we're in the age of AI, World War III is knocking on the doors. It's insane, right?
Yeah.
It's just absolutely mad.
It is crazy.
So why can't I just close my eyes and believe that we can speak telepathically?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So this is where I'm taking.
But I do also believe in telepathy. When you think of someone and they call you on the phone.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
But inward journeys also takes discipline. It's not just about suddenly I'm going to sit down, close my eyes and levitate.
Find that voice.
Yeah. No. There's going to be the crazy monkey in your head who's talking, who's like, yalla, yalla, yalla. There's going to be so many question marks. There's going to be, it takes a lot of time to quiet the mind. And I haven't mastered that completely yet at all, but it takes practice. And the more that you try, even if it's for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, the easier it gets. What helped me a lot is the breath. So when I can't focus, and my head's telling me to go here and there, and what are you doing? Why are you sitting? This is boring. You need to go here. You need to do that. You're thirsty. Go to the bathroom. That's what goes on in my head when I'm trying to meditate. I come back to my breath, the breath that's always been there. It's the first thing that happens in life, the last thing, exhale before you leave this life. Come back to that breath, that ka that they talk about, ancient Egypt, the heart, and follow the breath. And that usually allows me access into a calm state of being present, of just being.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And yani, I hear you. I think, you know, my teacher has taught me that it's always with you and it's with no cost and it's magical.
Absolutely.
And that's the breath.
Yeah.
It's just, and from that on, I felt empowered, really. You know, I felt that I'd gone back to myself, and there's a sense of safety that as long as I have my breath, I'm okay.
Breathwork is so powerful, so magical.
Yeah.
You can tell, like, by the way someone's sitting, if they're using short breaths or long breaths. When people are tight and their shoulders are up and they're short of breath, you know, and sometimes it just takes teaching someone to pull their shoulders down, relax, and make their inhale and exhale a little bit slower, and things get better.
Amina, sitting with you is such a beautiful thing. I just have to, I have to acknowledge that right now. So you were saying something that I also been going through this period, just taking the first step, and I can't help but mirror it with business, with being a founder of B-URN, and for founders and entrepreneurs in general, because I've been like playing around with the notion of gentle entrepreneurship. Like, I don't know even if that's a term, you know, but maybe it will.
It is now.
It is now, exactly. You said something that resonated with me very much, and no, you just need to take the first step, because I think in business school we're always taught to strategize and to plan and to have like a 5-year plan and to have that kind of, you know, pressure, or it is a pressure, honestly, for me. And so I just want to hold on to that sentence you said and maybe dig a little deeper into how do you expand your business, or how do you go by being the entrepreneur that you are?
I have zero business background. Zero.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's helping you.
Zero.
I need to unlearn a lot of things.
So when I first tried the first 3 machines, I brought them back to Cairo from the States, and then I had a problem. I was like, okay, أنا جبتهم عشان عايزة أتمرن بس ما عنديش مدربين، هعمل إيه؟ I had to train people. Hours, what about? I used to give 4 or 5 classes to 3 people at a time. I didn't have a system. I had nothing. I didn't have a business plan. My husband, who was into finance, thought I was crazy. He's like, why don't you just do a normal exercise class and fit 1 million people in it? Khalas, what's so special about these machines? My father also thought I was nuts, but I follow my gut. And that's how I make any decisions. I follow that first instinct, which kids are so good at doing. They just feel it. Let's do it.
Yes.
That's how I work, and that's my gut, and my gut instincts is my business plan. I don't have a business plan. I never had one. I hate numbers. As long as everything's okay, I keep going.
Yeah.
I think my team is my biggest success. Those players, I can't call them trainers because now they're family. And I can't call myself a leader because I'm just one of them, and we're growing together. And what makes me also, like you were asking me at the beginning of the episode, what's my fire is seeing them succeed so much and so passionate in what they're doing. and believing in themselves. And my father was the one who had told me earlier when we were talking about taking the first step. He was always the one behind me saying, take the step. I believe in you. I took that without even knowing it and applied it to building a team. So it takes someone who took my class, and I tell them, listen, I believe in you. You're going to be an amazing instructor. Example is Nuna, one of my partners now. It took about 2 years for me to convince her to take the training, but all it took was saying, I believe in you, until she believed in herself to be able to do what she's doing and offer it up to all the clients. And it's not just about her, it's about the entire team is like that. I treat my team like I treat my kids. If someone needs me, I'm there. It's like if one of the kids calls me, Mommy, I need you, I'm there. What happens in my home stays at home. What happens at B-URN with my team stays at B-URN. At home, we don't use the phone during dinner. At B-URN, we don't use the phone when we're all gathered for a team meet.
Love that.
And
That's culture. That's, this is they always speak to you about values and the values of the business and the values create the culture of the business, and they have books and books and narratives for that. But I think you just stated it very simply, to just be who you are and align that with the actions that you're taking, and then it happens. Right?
As long as you are enjoying what you're doing, you're surrounded by a good group of people. I always tell my team, my success is your success. Your success is our success. So I want you to cheer on everyone. You'll always find a trainer in someone else's class. We take each other's classes. We give classes that we want to take. And that's the culture at B-URN.
Yeah, I love that. I'm sure it wasn't all roses and butterflies, though. And I mean, it's to find the right match and to find the right people. Try to find the right family, because family is, when it comes to your mom and dad, they kind of they're given to you and they give you life, and it's just a whole different kind of another structure that we can really dive into, but we won't.
Yes.
But I mean, this is a family that you're constructing. This is a tribe that you're creating. I'm sure there's a lot of, it's not as straightforward as it was like you and you and you and you, No, it's not. But it is at the same time. I think I've just been lucky that, and I really truly believe that the right people sort of are attracted to similar, or, they see something and they want to be a part of it. And so I've been blessed to have been given those people who've approached me and said, hey, I want to try this. Or me approaching a few of them. But it hasn't been easy. It's not easy to build a team, to train someone, because what we're doing is not just giving a workout. مش مدربين gym. You know what I mean? كلمة باباكي دي.
أيوة, 100%. You're really holding space for people. At B-URN, you have to come try a class.
Yeah. No, actually, I have a few. Most of my friends, they actually, they're part of your tribe, and they always, when I was like all like, but it's so tough. They're like, you can't imagine the amount of release we get, the emotional release. We're there, and then we found ourselves crying. And it's the most beautiful experience where you can actually allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and to express it. And I thought that was actually, because you know how when you're really stressed, you can't access relaxation.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as I mean, it takes practice that you can in 30 seconds holding your breath, finding your breath, you reach that. That's a master level. That's not something easy and accessible. It requires training and discipline. But to be able to do that through a workout, because you're in a state of that stress. So through a workout, you can actually,
Yes. So there is a method to our madness.
Yeah, please explain.
We do take them through a journey, and there's a warm up and there's a peak part, and that's when we use music a lot. It's not just a random playlist. It usually takes us longer, or it takes me longer to create my playlist than it does to create my workout, because music has energy, has frequencies. You have to talk over the music, and you have to notice that, hey, Yara in the corner there is going through something. Something as simple as eye contact with Yara.
It's gonna
make her feel like I'm here for you. Or names. I always tell them you have to call people's names out. Walking around, talking, being yourself. So when I'm in class and I'm just me, and for me, I close my eyes a lot when I'm giving a class, because then I can access me. And it's usually what I need to hear. So if I'm telling you, Yara, hold a little longer, you can do it. I'm actually saying, Amina, you can do it.
Yeah.
And there are moments and days where I wake up and I'm like, I can't motivate anyone today. I need someone to motivate me. Yeah. But on the other side, I think, okay, I have X amount of people who are waiting up, booked and waiting for me for something. Yeah. Then someone there needs me, and that's my fire. That's where I'm like,
so beautiful.
I'm so blessed and grateful that I get to go and be that for them.
Yeah.
And that gets me into another space. I go into a state of flow during teaching. All my trainers do. We get lost in the music. For 45 minutes, you're transported somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then you come back home a little lighter.
I love that. I truly, truly love that, because for me, like before we started recording or shooting, you asked me what my joie de vivre is. And after going through the narrative that it's my daughter, because like for a mother, I think it's always that, And then like, okay, fine, my daughter is 15, so I'm going to have to let her go now a little bit. So what is my joie de vivre? Like, what is Yara's joie de vivre? And I think presence is, and that's what I'm looking for. And I think that's exactly what you bring in B-URN. You know, that is presence, like to be there and to know that you're connected to each and everyone in that room. And I think it's wonderful and beautiful.
Thank you.
Truly. Okay, I'm going to take you a little bit from this. And although I think you've tapped into that meaning, because we hear authenticity quite abundantly these days, which is beautiful, because to have it as a state people searching for, it's wonderful. But what is authenticity to you? Is it like a destination, or is it a journey to become your authentic self?
Yeah, definitely a journey.
Yeah. Definitely. I made it so much easier. I shouldn't have like...
It's definitely a journey. It's not about the final point at all. And being authentic in taking those little micro steps. So if it was a map, the first step would be that tablila'a, that first step, and then enjoying the steps that come after, little by little, just by being you. So the same authenticity for me would be Amina taking those steps as if nobody was watching me. So being myself, having a walk without lights, camera, action. That's being 100% authentic for me. And that also ties in with B-URN, because I always tell them, be yourself while giving the class, because I signed up for a class with Yara. So I'm here for her. I'm not here to hear Yara pretending to be Amina. So I'm here for Yara.
I love that.
And each of my trainers is so special in that I go to each one for a different reason. I take classes with all of them. I will go to Dina Shaban for some Arabic and fun and hugs and kisses when I need it. I will go to Habiba when I need a beating. I will go, each one has those authentic parts of them that they bring into B-URN, and together B-URN has become super authentic because of all of these beautiful humans together creating this workspace.
That's amazing. I'm gonna have to ask you something. Yani, I wasn't really planning to dive so deeply into a founder or entrepreneur mindset, but I mean, we're here. So work-life balance, we're gonna have to tap into that. Like, how do you, I'm not asking if you have it, because I don't believe that, I don't believe in the word itself, but how do you view it?
Yeah, anyone who says they have a complete balance, I would not trust. Work is always on my mind. Yeah. I have to, as chill and laid back, and I only have fun and I only do things I want to do. Yeah. But you'll find me on a holiday sketching something for the next t-shirt, or looking at material for the next shirt, or it's khalas, it's infused in my DNA. Yeah. But that being said, it doesn't take me away from the balance of, so I could be with my kids, but they're trying on a sweatshirt somewhere and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting cut. Yeah. But
I believe it's like an enmeshment.
Mesh, yeah. Exactly. Maybe it's not balance, but it's mesh. And how do you manage to deal with that mesh without letting it take you away from the other stuff? Yeah. So for me, including my kids in what I'm doing.
I love that.
In my workouts, when we're in Sahel, they come and take my workouts. My husband does too. Mm-hmm. Involving them in when I make something new and I show it to them first, have them to try it on. Mm-hmm. So just making everything work together, and somehow it does work out, and knowing when to step back, because sometimes it will be too much. At the beginning, when I was giving so many classes, when I didn't have a team, when I didn't have the support, there came a point where it was almost burnout time. Mm. But to know when that point is and how to say, okay, let's take a step back and
we're gonna cancel this.
I'm gonna cancel this. Exactly.
Brilliant.
And it's become so fun to just cancel.
I know, but it's so liberating. It's like I have a full schedule. Now I don't. Amina, I feel like I have made a new friend. To be quite frank with you, I love talking to you. I love talking to you, and I hope the audience would get the same feel that we have here. I'm gonna tap into motherhood.
Okay.
Yeah. What is motherhood to you, and how did it change you?
Motherhood changed me.
It does that to a person.
Yeah. It's been the easiest and the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Mm. It's being a friend, but then having to be a parent at the same time. It's trying to be completely honest and raw with my kids, but at the same time, not wanting to tell them anything that might hurt them. Mm. It's the ice cream and the vegetables. It's everything. Motherhood is full circle. You're no longer only responsible for yourself. At the very beginning, I was just worried that I wouldn't kill my kids at the beginning. So I think I'd get up in the middle of the night and put my hand on their backs to make sure that they were breathing. Yes. But that's a normal part of motherhood. Yeah. Now it's more about when are they coming home? My 15-year-old wants to stay up until the wee hours of the morning, just losing sleep over that.
I know. I relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my children are my biggest teachers. They've taught me how to be patient. They taught me how to be a child again when they were growing up. They taught me how to be non-reactive. They taught me patience. They taught me that when I teach something to them, I learn it better myself.
So beautiful. So beautifully said. Like, I resonate with every single word you're saying. And I'm a little emotional. Amina, what's your joie de vivre?
My joie de vivre has to be telling someone I believe in you. And then watch what happens. Like, that journey is my passion. That's my joie de vivre.
Love that. I love that.
There is one more thing about the children. So this is something I heard, everything I've said or anything that I say in general, I usually learn from someone else. That's something I always say. But so recently I was in the States for a conference and someone said something that resonated قوي معايا. And he said, everyone's always saying, let's leave a better world for our children. But how about if we leave better children for our world? And that just stayed with me big time.
Yeah. I believe very much in this, actually. I believe that the world, you know how the world doesn't need saving. Like the whole, we need to do our part. We need not to destroy it. So I think in essence, that's exactly what it is. My job is to raise conscientious kids that know their boundaries and they know their compass, you know, especially at this day and age. I mean, with AI and technology and this kind of vastness, there's a vastness that's beyond anyone's control, really. I think the only thing we can teach our kids is their own moral compass. And again, back to what you were saying, it's like going
inwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like having that journey inwards accessible.
Yes.
And that comes with awareness, of course.
Yeah.
How do you define awareness? I'm just curious.
Being aware and being present are very similar. So being aware, being still, coming into presence, becoming aware, turning inwards, and then understanding slowly.
Beautiful. Amina, this has been so beautiful. I think I haven't said so many beautifuls in one podcast as I have said this today. Truly, truly, truly beautiful. And thank you for your presence.
Thank you for the invitation. It was
truly
really
thank
nice.
you for your presence.
And I promise you المرة الجاية بالعربي.
العربي هتبقى experience والله العظيم. انت عارفة والله العربي بيفتح I felt it. بيفتح حتت مختلفة خالص في العقل والروح. It's just so brilliant. Maybe in a few years.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, Yara.
Amina. Thank you so much.